Hello everyone, welcome back. I just first of all want to highlight that my voice is not great because I'm just coming out of quite a bad chest and flu. So please, I apologise for the sound of my voice and if I start coughing sort of halfway through. We're back with Wentworth and the abduction on our solo Call of Cthulhu adventure using the Solo Investigators Handbook. And I didn't realise it's been nearly a year since I've done part 2. So I've had to really sort of refresh myself. I'm probably still a little rusty on the rules, so I apologise if I do things wrong or go a little slow. I am, just trying to get back into it. So the adventure so far is we witnessed a excuse me. We witnessed a person being abducted from jumped in front of a military convoy parade type thing. He got abducted. We recognised a bottle that he was carrying. It had a strange Greek brand on it that our character, Wentworth Avebury, remembers from World War One. We went to the police. The police had no knowledge. We ended up speaking to a reporter who was looking on it. And he's basically come along with us. We managed to get an address of a person who we believe knew the person who got abducted. It was a drifter living in a hostel. We completely fouled all our roles inside the hostel to try and find this person, and ended up being kicked out. On the way of being kicked out, we were about to get into our friend, the investigator's Joe's car, when we were set upon by a career criminal and a thug. The combat basically was pretty straightforward. The thug punched Joe to the side of the face and Joe took 2 points of damage. I grabbed the neck of the bottle and swung it towards the thug that hit Joe, and the career criminal. Sorry, I swung it at the career criminal, and it smacked him over the head, and he went to the floor. The thug then took another swing at Joe. And excuse me. And Joe took another hit, not as bad as before, but still got a hit. And now it's back to me because the career criminal who I hit with the bottle is just stumbling to his feet right now. At the end of the last video, I think I said that I was going to probably try and run because this is not really a fight that I'm overly confident in. We're not excuse me, we're not doing too well. Well, Joe's not doing well. He's taken 3 points of damage so far completely. I'm worried that this career criminal is quite a bit stronger than me and Joe, and once he fully regains consciousness, I don't think I'm going to be lucky enough to get another decent swing with a bottle. I know also I did manage to read the Greek and translate most of it. So I think we are going to run. I'm not going to do the chase sequence I don't think that is laid out in the rules, but the optional the optional rule. I think we're just going to try and run. I don't know whether just to make a luck roll and just see what happens, or just do a dexterity roll for both me and Joe and see how well we get away. I'm going to do that actually. Right, so it's my turn, so I'm going to run first. So my dexterity is 40. Let's see what happens. And I get 41, which is just over. So I slightly fail. So I make an attempt to run, which is fairly successful. Oh, but I tell you what, my leg, I hurt my leg, didn't I? Well, after that, I had that strange dream and my leg started bleeding from an old scar. It begins to open up and boom. My current HP is 10. I'm going to say intentions in 1 hour, and that was at 3:30. At 4 o'clock, so I'm going to say that the force on my leg, I lose another HP. The force of running aggravates my wound, and I lose another 1 hit point, which brings me to 9 HP. Remain. But I make it away from the fight and lose my right. So now let's roll for Joe. Now Joe's dexterity is 70. He rolls a 73. So again, same again. I'll probably do, to be fair, he only just about failed it, same as me. So I will probably do the same thing. Joe follows me, but on the way, because of his hit blows to the face, he ends up running into a lamp post and loses 1 hit point. So Joe is on 13 HP. Remain for Joe. But we're out. We're done. I'm still bold. We hail a cab and manage to get away. We go to... Should we go to Joe's apartment? I'm thinking, shall we go to Joe's apartment and try to heal up? I think that's probably the best thing. Apartment and patch selves up. Or at least we attempt to, because that's always the beauty of first aid. So I'll do who's better at first aid. So I am at 30. Joe's first aid is non-existent. So he'll be at 30 as well. Right, so we try and patch ourselves up. Let's see how successful this goes, and then we'll jot a new entry point in the journal, I think. So this is for me. 59, so nope, I don't. Joe gets a 90. So I got 59, Joe gets 90. Absolutely nothing. I then... What do I do about this? Attention needed in 1 hour. But I've failed that, so I've lost another hit point. Okay, I think I'm going to need to go to the hospital with this. So that's even with 8 hit points remain. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go to the hospital with this one. Let's do... So if that was, say, around 4:30, so we'll do... by the time we get there, let's say 6 p.m. now. I am going to go to the hospital. So that's the plan. Let's then go to here. And the story direction, right. Add mythos points to the roll. We're at 1 mythos point. And then let's see where our story direction takes us. Let's say my plan is to go to the hospital. 83. Dice roll. Randomness gets thrown into the mix. Roll a d100. We get 13. You hear something. Auditory effect table. Auditory effect table. Okay. Let's see what fun that brings. Auditory effect table. Where's auditory effect table? Visual effects. Location. Where's auditory effects? Ah, that went past it, yeah. Right, so method roll twice, one for effect and one for location. Then you may wish to ask Q&A rolls to... Right, here we go. Right, so the effect is 66, which is footsteps. So we hear footsteps. And the location is 92. From within an object. I think this is going to be pretty self from within an object. And that object shall obviously be the old liquor bottle that I still have. Okay. So I decide to head out to the hospital alone, jump into a cab, and whilst riding in the cab, I begin to hear footsteps. Whether this constitutes an event that will cause me force points to be added, I'm going to probably say yes. I'm hearing footsteps from a liquor bottle. Let's add and crank up those points. So slowly at first, but gradually increasing in frequency and volume. I look at the driver. He seems oblivious to any noise and continues to drive as normal. My paranoia gets the best of me. Are these footsteps really coming from the bottle or coming from my own head? So we're driving, footsteps coming from the bottle. We make our way to the hospital. We arrive at the hospital. I'm going to say that he's generally, he's a languages professor. He's probably got some form of medical insurance. So he's going to... Doctors are going to check him over. They're going to patch him up, and everything's going to be... He's going to be okay. And restored. Healed and restored. So that brings me back up to 11 HP. Right, so that would take a couple of hours though, so it's getting late. I'm now going to want to get back home, I think, to try and make sense of everything that's going on. So I will arrive home maybe at about 10 p.m? 10 p.m. I've arrived home. Let's see where the story direction is going to take us. Right, sorry everyone, I just had to break for a minute. I had to get another drink. My throat's really taking a bit of a hammering. Right, so 10 p.m, back home. Let's see where the story direction takes us. That gives us 88. Dice roll again. I'm rolling ridiculously high tonight. Here we are. Dice roll. That is 16. You hear something. Again. Okay. Spooky tables. Yep. Right, so we hear something. 37. Laughing. 60. Upstairs or downstairs? Okay, so we hear some laugh. I just copied that over because that was exactly the same. So laughing. Upstairs or downstairs? Where should we do? Tell you what, my house. Say my house is on 4 floors. Basement, ground floor, second floor. Basement, ground floor, second floor, and then attic or loft, whatever you want to call it. So I'll roll a d4 and we'll see where it comes from. It comes from basement. Of course it does. Why wouldn't there be laughing in the basement? This is Call of Cthulhu after all. Okay, so it's late. I've been sitting in my living room trying to rest after the day's events. It's dark. Raining. 50-50 chance of rain. What do we have? 16 rain, yes or no? Yes, it's raining. It's dark. And the rain beats against the windows. As I sit, I start to hear the soft chimes of someone laughing. Much like the footsteps before, it starts slowly softly, then increases in frequency. I don't know how you spell it. I was going to do ethos points 2. I'm going to do again Mythos points 3 now for this one as well. Frequency and volume. Right, so do we do the absolute normal thing that everyone does in all kinds of horror related media and wander down the basement at 10 p.m.? Or do we just leave? I'm going to probably say, I want to say we've had enough, but also it's our house. Like, what's the worst that we could face today? So I make my way down into the basement. Q&A rolls, more information about the sound, which I am going to do. Where's the Q&A? I say do it with a slash. Let's Q&A. Sorry, here we are. Right. What page is this? Number 5. Of course, right at the beginning. First, let's come up with a question. Yeah, okay. Right. So, first question I'm going to ask, do the lights work? I think I'm going to hone in on this a little bit more. So I'll reach out and grab the light cord. Of course it's a cord. Dangles in the dark like a hangman's noose. Just one for a bit of flavour. So, question: do the lights work? It is highly likely, or a certainty. I think it's highly likely. Highly likely that they work. It is raining after all. Could be a so that's plus 40. Let's see what we roll. We roll 67. 67, yeah, so that's a yes. Right, so the lights work. The lights flicker and reluctantly come on, illuminating our way down into the basement. The laughter continues to echo, making continues to echo around us. Reach the bottom. Question: is anyone here? I mean, I'm going to say it's highly unlikely. So minus 40. Roll 30. Minus 40 takes us. Yeah, there's no one here. The room is empty. People. Myself. The room is empty of people other than myself. The laughter continues. Louder even as it was before. Right, so I make my way back upstairs, closing the door in an attempt excuse me, closing the door in an attempt to close out the sound of the laughter. Right, we need to try and piece together what's going on. What was that? Because I think flashback during World War, should be World War One. Platoon is a secret group of share stolen treasure. Protect stuff and instrument requirement. Secret liquor. Right, so it's got to be something to do with this. I think the whole story now has got to do something to do with this. Do I still have the treasure? Right, so I think I'm going to try and find an old platoon buddy, maybe. And get some more information about what's going on. But I'm going to need some downtime. It's 10 p.m. already. We've got laughter going on. Right, so we're going to do downtime. which we are choosing to do, so we add 10 to the roll in addition to any mythos points. So the current mythos points are 3, so we'd add on 3 mythos points, right? So downtime. I keep going between we and I. I decide to head off to bed and try to get some rest. So it's plus 13 for our downtime. Downtime disturbance. That's this roll plus 13. We roll 76, which would be undisturbed, but plus 13 is 86, 89. A mild disturbance. A vision, a dream, hearing something, roll on verbs table for details. Vision, dream, hearing something. I mean, maybe it's the laughter still. Let's see what we get on the verbs table. Right, so roll a d10 to determine the 100, which is 9. So between 400 to 499. So it's 481. 481. Violet. Let's roll some more. Let's get a couple going. So do the same again. So it's 3. There's 100s. 165. Disguise. And then do one more, and if it's still struggle, then we'll do another one, but I think we'll keep it. 10, so we're in 400s again. 478. Vandalize. Violate, disguise, vandalize. Okay. Vision or dream. I mean, it's basically the same thing, really, isn't it? But violate, disguise, and vandalize what? I need a thing. Let's jump to this. 20 pages, so roll a d20 for the page, and then a d6 for which it is, and then we'll get some, I don't know, something. We'll pick a word off of there that might fit. So it's page number 19. And number 5. 1, 3, 5. This one here. Rocks in wood and stone. Ooh, treasure, gold. Gold bars. That fits quite nicely, actually. Treasure, gold bars. We were tasked with, and we want to go back to that. So we disguised. Dream. I had a dream. Or memory. Not entirely sure what. Not entirely sure which one it was. We were all wearing disguises. Absolute classic. There we do. Hooded robes. Disguises. Hooded robes. All wearing disguises. Hooded robes. We were hiding the gold bars. What could we have been? Let's grab another object from here quickly. 16 and 6. Bloody tools, vat of acid and bones. Location train. That sounds quite nice. We were hiding the gold bars inside the bodies of dead soldiers. They were due to be loaded into a train for extraction. Okay, so in the dream, it's dark, swirly, you know, the usual, like it's all sort of a bit abstract. And there's all of us there in hooded robes, candles, chanting, holding the gold bars. And in front of us, we're, circling. And in front of us are these dead soldiers, the bodies of dead soldiers. And we're cutting them open and inserting the gold bars inside their bodies so that we can hide them and transport the gold bars back when the bodies get transported back to America for burial. And that's how we get the gold bars out of Greece and back to America inside these bodies. And that is what I am witnessing again, whether it's a dream or a memory. Did this really happen? Did it not? I can't remember. Is it happening right now? Is these gold bars being put into dead soldiers right now? I don't know. But that's what I'm having. Yeah, that's what's excuse me. That's what's going on. It's only a mild disturbance, so no. I mean, I would say it was probably more than unsettling. I didn't do any sanity rolls when I did on the Mythos points before. Never mind. I'd say it's probably pretty scary. So we'll add 2 to the Mythos. Points. So that's now 5 in total. And sanity check. Make a sanity roll. I don't think our sanity moved, did it? Our sanity was still. Let me just double check. I think our sanity was. We lost 1 HP there. No. So our sanity's. We haven't lost sanity. We're perfectly fine. Naturally, I can't remember. Right, so my sanity currently is 60, and I think it's scary, so excuse me. Right, so I'm going to lose a sanity if I roll under. So my sanity is 60, 23. So I lose 1 sanity. Lose 1 sanity, so 59 remain. It wasn't anything major. So we move on with our day. So that was the dream. What time should it wake up? Say 7 a.m. 8 a.m. was quite a busy day. So after this, I try to look up the details of any former comrades that I might still have kept in touch with. I think this is just going to require some sheer luck, to be honest, because I don't think he's really going to have kept in touch with them, especially because the bottle was so unknown to him until we started to really sort of think about it. So it's not like he's been involved in this group recently. So I'm going to say I'm just going to do a luck roll. What's that? Luck 60. Let's just see if we come across anything. 61, just about. Okay. As luck would have it, managed to find. Sorry, everyone. Completely didn't realise that my computer had stopped recording. So it's jumped a little bit. So I think it cut out around as luck would have it. So we managed to find an address in an old letter that we saved from a William Whitford, who was a county sheriff. So I said that this is in the bit that I would actually carry on playing, and it had cut off and I hadn't realised. So basically I'd rolled that something awful happens, and I had to do 4 rolls on the verbs table and then another roll on the mythos table to figure out what was going on. So I'd rolled misspell, rage, dodge, and I'm about to do my final roll on the verbs table, which was a 9. So that's 471. That's trap. That's trap. Okay, and then it was development, because I rolled on the development table. I rolled this one: something awful happens to you, perhaps you're attacked or captured. Make 4 rolls on the verbs table, which I've done. Then refer to the mythos table to gauge the appropriate level of the event. So now we'll go to the mythos table. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this one, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be. The level of event. Right, so I've got to figure out what's going on first before determining the level of the event. So, misspell, rage, dodge, trap. So dodge, it's all got to be interpreted negatively. Misspell. Let's say, for example, I get should I wrap it up here actually? Or should I just try and figure out what's going on and then wrap it up? Something awful happens. Misspell, rage, dodge, trap. Let's try and figure out what's going on and then we'll end it, I reckon. Because it's been about an hour. So I get there. I arrive. County Sheriff's Office. Misspell on a rage. Some kind of misspelling. So when I get there, there's an argument going on between 2 people in the office. There is going ongoing argument surrounding the misspelling of a person's name. Why not? Suddenly, blind rage takes over, and they begin to fully fight. Comes my way. Attempt to dodge, but fail. And then fall to the ground, and the next thing I know, I am waking up inside an empty jail cell. So now trapped inside an empty jail cell in the county sheriff's office. Was it on purpose? Was this all on purpose? Or just a big misunderstanding? I think that's where we'll leave it tonight. And I am going to be a lot more regular than I was before with these, and I'm going to hopefully be playing this again within the next couple of weeks and continue the adventure that way, rather than spending, leaving it a year nearly. So we're currently trapped inside the county sheriff's office jail cell. Could have been on purpose, could have been a misunderstanding. Are we gonna bump into William Whitford? Who knows? We'll find out next time. Thanks for watching and listening. Thanks for your comments. A few people have commented on previous videos. Thank you. You click the like button as well. Thank you for all of your input and help. And thanks for letting me know that you are enjoying this. I'm still enjoying playing it. Looking forward to seeing where we go next. It's getting a bit more exciting, a bit more, not looking good for. We always tend to leave it not looking very good for Wentworth. Let's see what happens next time. Thanks for watching and listening, and I will see you again. Thank you.